I'm 40. 40, shorty. I can't believe I'm 40. Well, it's cold out here today. Like 48 degrees right now, and the high today is going to be like 55. So I get done with work so I can go camping. Here's my camper. You guys want to take a quick look at my camper? This is the outdoor kitchen. See? All that pulls out. There's countertop there, sink, fridge, all that fancy stuff. As soon as I can. That's latched up. And the awning, it is 34 foot long, in case anybody's wondering. I'm not even going to put the stairs down. I'm just going to kind of climb in here, show you guys. There's the bedroom. That's my master bedroom. TV. This whole wall is a slide out, obviously. It's already out. Might look kind of dark in here. Counter, microwave, stove, fridge, freezer. This is a huge pantry. You probably can't even see this. It's probably so dark. This is the bunk room. This is the kids' bedroom. That drops down into another bunk. This folds up so it's out of the way. But there's 4 bunks in here essentially. Here's the bathroom. Shitter. Shower. Tub. All that fancy stuff. I'm not bad. My battery level's at. Battery's full. It's good. I have it plugged in, but I'm going camping this weekend because that's what I want to do on my birthday. And there's all the furnaces down there. All the controls. Central air is in there. And here's the radio with the DVD player, everything, and I can control it from the inside speakers to the outside waterproof speakers that are underneath the awning. And then this TV here, a pin, you pull a pin and this whole wall flips around so the TV's in the bedroom. Fancy stuff. But that's it. That's my camper. It's hooked up to the new truck. It's got an electric tongue jack. All 4 stabilizer jacks are all electric. And it's in North Country. I love this frickin' thing. Like I said, it's 34 foot 3 inches long. Pretty nice. Education time. I want to show you guys something real quick. I don't know if you can see it, but if you look way over there in the distance, see the buildings on the other side of Lake Ontario? That's Toronto. On clear days you can see that all the time. So for all my Toronto friends over there in Canada, hey, pretty cool, huh? But anyway, let me show you. Now, I've showed you guys this one before. I've showed this driveway plowing it in the winter, and then I did a video on it at the beginning of the year. Looks pretty nice. It's a pretty nice cut. The thing about this property is, man, the phone keeps going off in my ear. That's the thing about social media these days. It's Facebook, and today being my birthday, that thing has been going off like every 20 seconds, people wishing me a happy birthday. I must be a pretty popular guy. Not really. If 100 people show up at my funeral, 50 will be there to make sure my ass goes in the ground. But anyway, so the point that I'm trying to make is what I did, this lawn, because of being down here on the lake and it's colder and it's always damp at night, this lawn grows like crazy every year, every week. For the whole season it grows a lot, fast, and I cut it at 3 1/4 every week. That part I just showed you around the cabin there, I cut that at 2 1/2 or 2 3/4. That's where they like it. They like that part shorter. They don't care how short that is out there as long as it looks good. But I have to double cut that every week, every year. And the one thing I started doing this year, I've been doing this so long, some of you aren't even born yet, but for some reason it just clicked in my mind this year to try this out. It's a straight shot, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much you guys can see. It's a straight shot all the way out to the road, and it's pretty damn long. So I you know, I get on the Stander or the Walker B or whatever I cut it with, the Tiger Cat when I had that, and I just fly. You know, it's a little bumpy, but not too bad, and I could just fly on it. So that's what I'd always do, and I'd always have to double cut it because in some areas, you know, it's not the same the whole thing, but in some areas, you know, it doesn't leave anything, and then other sections it grows even more because there's a lot of low-laying areas that hold water and moisture, and it would just, you know, there'd be clumps there, so I'd have to double cut it every week. But what I tried doing this year, and which has helped a big deal, is I just slowed the mower way down. Like I just cut that right now, and it was probably about 5.5 inches tall, and I cut it down to 3 1/4, and I didn't have to double cut it. What I did is I slowed the mower way down. And one, you get a better cut. I mean, you slow any mower down, you're going to get a better cut naturally. But what I tried doing when I first started doing this was slowing it way down and then looking at the mouth of the deck. I wanted to see the flow of grass coming out of the deck. And when I was going fast, you know, it was shooting that grass out like a steady stream, but then, you know, every 30-40 feet of going, it would just drop a clump out, and that's what it kept doing. And the reason being is because you're cutting so much so fast at one time, you're overloading the deck, and the deck cannot get the grass out. Now, I've always relied on Johnny from Johnny Mows as my research and development on decks, and there are decks that, you know, do a better job than others, but I don't care what deck you have. If you're cutting grass fast, especially if it's thick, tall, wet grass, it's gonna clump. No deck and no blade combination can get that grass out fast enough if you're going that fast. That's where your clumps come in. So what I did is I slowed it way down. And, you know, I'm not crawling, I'm still moving at a steady pace, but, you know, I slowed it way down and I kept it to where that steady flow of grass was coming out of the deck. And anytime it seemed like it was getting to be too much, which you can easily notice if you look down at it, I would back the mower off a little bit and then set my pace so that I was still at a steady pace but slower, and I continued a steady flow. Now that right there, normally I would have had to double cut that easily, no questions asked, but I didn't have to double cut anything, and there's no laying grass because I kept that steady flow out to where it's able to, you know, shoot out of the deck and drop down in between the rest of the grass, and it was fine. No clumps, no nothing, and it made a big difference. So, you know, I know, like, the name of the game in this business is knock them out, get them done, crack them out. And, you know, so guys fly naturally. You know, they want a mower that's going to mow fast. I mean, my buddy Ryan, his right Z-Cat, I believe, will mow grass at 12 miles an hour, and it does a really good job. But that's in optimal prime conditions where you're not taking off too much at all and it's dry. You know what I mean? So you're still going to get a good cut, but it's not a great cut by any means, and it's going to leave stragglers if you try to cut at 12 miles an hour. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter how fast these mowers go. If you're mowing at their top speed, it's not going to do a very good job at all. They just don't. And I know people will argue with that, but, you know, whatever. If you already know it all, then you don't need to listen to me anyway. So it's just, it makes a huge difference. And that's a tip for some of you guys that don't know that. Like I said, I've been doing this forever. And, for some reason, the light bulb just turned on this year, and I tried it, and then I found that out. So, you know, and I've done it with the Walker B, I've done it with the Great Dane, I've done it with the Ferris. So, and they've all made the same difference. I've gotten the same results out of all of them. So if you go fast, it was clumping. And even when the grass wasn't too wet, it's too much volume for a deck to handle. So I slowed it down, and it made a huge difference. But, you know, some lawns I still fly on, and I can still fly on because you're not taking off too much and you just go. But when you get into lawns like that, try it out.
Well, that was all from Friday, and I never had a chance to do anything with it because, like I said, Friday was my birthday, and I left to go camping right after work. But it's been cold and rainy every day for the last 2 weeks. This is a little clip from today I just threw in there. Nothing big, just bagging up some grass with the Great Dane and the 6.2 Accelerator. You can't really tell in the videos. A lot of times you can't, but there's laying grass there from after I cut it. And It's 75 today, and tomorrow's supposed to be 80, so I'm more than happy to take it on. I'm looking at about 15 days straight of mowing, because as soon as the weekend hits this weekend, I'm going to be starting my Monday list just so I can leave Wednesday on time for GIE.